The Treehouse Trio, written by Lauren Arisman, illustrated by Haley Moore. Harper loved her summers the most. She got to spend them with her two best friends coming up with crazy business ideas. Bridget was a math and science superstar. With the help of her trusted tablet, she could find the answer to just about anything. Mona was quirky, creative, and really good at drawing. Harper was the one with vision and determination. Together, they were the best team. Their talents would make their small town even better. Harper's special treehouse was the perfect place to start their new business. Bridget came up with their first idea, a lemonade stand and bake sale. Harper's mom's famous chocolate chip cookies were sure to be a big hit. Mona happily hummed along to the music in her headphones while she designed bright, fun flyers. The grand opening was amazing. Everyone loved the girls' fresh squeezed lemonade and raved over the cookies. But just as Harper was handing a customer another delicious fresh-baked cookie, a bird came out of nowhere. It swooped down and in a flurry of feathers escaped with the cookie. Harper tried to shoo it away, but the horrible bird continued to dive at their table of treats. It scared away all their customers.
"It's a black-capped chickadee,"
said Bridget matter-of-factly. Mona just grabbed a pencil and started sketching the bird perched in Harper's treehouse. Harper stomped her foot and crossed her arms. She didn't care what kind of bird it was. All that mattered was that it was ruining all their hard work. Mona came up with their next idea. She loved dogs and knew how much work they were for busy families. So she suggested they try a dog wash. But that horrible bird must have sent out a tweet to all of his animal friends. Bridget reported that a scurry of squirrels had moved in nearby. In case you didn't know, dogs and squirrels don't generally get along. The wet pups chased the pesky squirrels, and Mona chased the wet pups, and Bridget chased the soapy Mona, and Harper ended up soaked and disappointed. The chickadee song sure sounded a lot like mockery to her. Not ready to give up, Harper came up with the third idea, a lawn and garden care business. But by that time, the treehouse had been completely taken over.
"There is a skulk of red foxes inside the treehouse, a gaze of raccoons on the balcony, and a colony of hares at the base of the tree trunk,"
said Bridget, her eyes big with excitement.
"And look! A knot of toads in the mossy area behind the ladder, and even a loveliness of ladybugs on Mona's art desk."
Their treehouse now looked more like the park a few blocks away.
"Where are they coming from anyway?"
Mona wondered absently, drawing pictures of their uninvited guests. Harper tried to shoo them away, but they weren't budging.
"How are we ever going to come up with a successful business with all these animals in our way?"
She despaired. She tried to hold back tears as she thought about giving up on her dream. Mona put down her drawing tools and gave Harper a big hug.
"It's going to be okay, Harper. We'll find a way to fix this. Don't worry,"
she said.
"But how?"
huffed Harper. She glared at the chickadee.
"Chickadees love maple trees, so it might be happier in the park,"
Bridget offered. But when they got to the park, they were greeted with a face full of dust from tractors. The noise was deafening, and many of the trees had even been dug up.
"Well, that explains why all the animals moved into our treehouse,"
Mona coughed. She pulled out her sketchbook once again.
This is horrible,
Harper realized. The animals were not pests that were out to wreck her businesses. They were helpless, displaced creatures.
We need to help these animals find new homes.
After doing some internet research, Bridget found a solution. If they worked really hard, they could build a special garden for wildlife right at the treehouse. They could even apply to have it certified as an official wildlife-friendly habitat.
We just need to provide proper shelter areas,
she explained. The next day, Bridget showed up with lots of fruit and berry-producing plants. Mona had already drawn up plans to build birdhouses and squirrel feeders.
These great tree squirrels require leaves and twigs to build a nest or dray,
explained Bridget. Mona and Harper rushed about, digging holes around the tree roots for the foxes and hares to use as burrows. Exhausted and nursing blistered fingers, they surveyed their hard work. Their garden was beautiful and filled with active animals and insects. Mona wandered off, cutting and pasting all the animal drawings that she had made onto a board. She scrawled some letters across the top.
The Treehouse Trio Wildlife Garden.
It wasn't the business Harper had imagined. It was even better. They went to hang the sign, and when they peeked inside the chickadee nest, they discovered 3 small white eggs with brown speckles. Harper smiled with pride. Together, they had added this wonderful, safe space to their community. She pulled Bridget and Mona in for a big group hug.
Let's hang the sign over the pond instead,
she said.
We don't want to disturb the chickadees.